Hey guys, Ash here from C4ETech along with Lou from UnboxTherapy.
Hello, hello.
And we're going to be answering your questions here at Oneplus.
Yes, I'm very excited to be here in India for the first time ever. I've met so many incredible people. Everyone here has been so nice to me and welcoming. It's amazing. I never expected it. I mean, I had expectations coming in because when I meet Indian fans around the world, it's always, it's such a nice interaction. So I hoped that that would be the case when I came here, and that's what it's been. There's fans outside right now that are going to come in and say hi very soon. So I feel very loved in India.
Yeah, it's quite good. As in, I just walked in, I ran in late. I just got here like 5 minutes back, and I walked past all the fans and the people
It's
cheering
crazy.
and stuff.
It's crazy.
How
many people would you say were out there when you showed up?
50?
50?
Probably, yeah.
I think it was more than that, man.
Okay.
Because someone just sent me a picture from down there recently. I think it's got to be closer to like 100. It's crazy. It's wild. Now, obviously, as you know, part of the reason that I'm here is because of this new phone. This Star Wars 5T. You can see it up on the monitor over here. And yesterday, I was in Mumbai for the launch of that device. Got to meet a bunch of people there, and also check out the new Star Wars movie.
Okay, how do you like it? Spoiler free.
I can't, it's so hard to talk, like right now, people are tuning out. They're saying, no, don't say it. So I'm not going to say too much. I think you should definitely go and check it out, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. You have to know what's going on. You have to follow the storyline. Plus, if you're picking up this phone, you kind of have to see the movie to understand the inspiration for some of the design decisions on this special edition, the 5T Star Wars edition.
Okay. Cool.
So you're a YouTuber, a tech YouTuber here in India, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And what city are you based out of?
Chennai.
Oh, okay.
So I had to drive from...
I understand that the traffic was not friendly to you earlier.
Yep, it was a long drive, and Bangalore traffic was...
That's what I've heard. That's what I've learned in India, is the traffic is something to consider at all times. Wherever you're going, consider the potential for traffic. But it's okay because another thing I notice is when I'm stuck in traffic, there is so much to look at. It's so much activity. I don't even mind, at least for now. I'm sure maybe eventually I would.
Yeah, it's a big change for you, right?
Yeah, huge change. It's like I said though, it has exceeded my expectations. I tried all the food, all the spice. I'm into it. I'm converted. I'll be back. I'm coming back.
Okay, we've got some questions coming in. So the first one is, did you try any Indian food? So you just answered that one.
Yes. So I had dosa for breakfast.
Okay.
With a green chutney.
Okay.
It was quite spicy, and I found it to be invigorating. In fact, so much so that I felt I didn't need to have caffeine that morning. I skipped the coffee in exchange for chutney.
Nice.
Also, what else have I had? I mean, I've had chicken and seafood. I went to a seafood restaurant. I believe it was yesterday. It's all blurring together right now, but I've had a wide variety of food. Veg food, everything. I just wanted to immerse myself, you know what I mean? And then today, to kind of try something else new, I had Indian McDonald's.
Okay, how do you find that?
That was quite a surprise. The menu, very unfamiliar. But I had, what is the name of the Big Mac here?
Maharaja Mac.
Maharaja?
Yeah.
Maharaja Mac. That's what I had today. It's the essence of a Big Mac with a little extra spice and chicken.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
No, I liked it too.
Cool.
I'm very open-minded with the food. I'm optimistic. I've been enjoying it.
All right. Next is, what's your motivation to continue YouTubing? This is from Mohit.
I got into this particular type of YouTube video, tech videos, because of a pre-existing passion for these products, going back as long as I can remember. Since I was a kid, I wanted to have the latest and greatest gadgets. And unfortunately for my parents, it meant that I was a very expensive child. But they supported it. They allowed me to have that passion, and so I got to experiment with a lot of gadgets growing up and kind of encourage that passion. And then when I started on YouTube, it was a way to also share that with other people. And what's happened is over the years I've been doing this. I think it'll be I'm coming up on 6 years of publishing YouTube videos, and I think the reason that I keep coming back to make more, and the reason that I haven't stopped doing it yet, is because I still get excited about the latest stuff coming out. And so what you see from me on camera is genuine. It's not a job. I'm not sitting down with a script or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's just it's the same kind of essence as that little guy, that little boy who got that new gadget. That's still me.
Cool. What's the reason behind launching Star Wars Oneplus 5T version?
I believe that the film itself kind of acted as the inspiration for the limited edition, combining those two worlds, the two passionate fan bases that exist for each of those brands. Mm-hmm. And you know what I like about this particular version is there's actually a reason for a lot of the design decisions, and we found out about it yesterday at the original presentation. Things like the decision for the sandstone texture on the back, which was inspired by, well, again, I don't really want to spoil the movie too much, but one of the final scenes in the movie is in this really sandy region. Okay. And it's a white sand, and so you have a white sandstone. So they went a step deeper, and I appreciate that when you actually, if you go into a special or a limited edition and you use those points of inspiration rather than just slapping a logo on it.
Fair enough. Okay, here's a question. OnePlus 5T is the best phone? Question mark.
Whoa.
What would you say?
Whoa. Here's the thing, and I've said this in videos in the past. I think it's very difficult to label any phone the best phone. I mean, I've said this to fans outside, everybody that I've met. People's needs are different. The things that are most important to them are different. I think what the 5T represents is incredible value for money. I think what you get, you're getting flagship features without the flagship price tag. So it's in my pocket right now.
Cool. Okay, well, what is the difference between the 5T and the 5T Star Wars edition? So that's basically got a lot of cosmetic.
Yeah. So it's the texture is sandstone. The color is white. The switch on the side
is red.
Is red now. They can see some of them actually up here on this display. I don't know how well they can make that out. But it extends beyond that into the software. So you've got a bunch of special backgrounds, but then also when you head into the menus on your device, that's been altered as well. So you have red accents in there.
Okay.
Oh, it also comes with a special case, a Kylo Ren inspired case.
The case is awesome.
And I don't know if the secret has been revealed yet, but also a secret inside the package, which the viewers should definitely investigate.
Okay. All right. Tips for tech YouTubers with 2,000 subscribers. How do you grow?
Well, this is another question that I've been asked in the past, and I kind of still have the same opinion about it. I think in the early stages, one of the major things that you're up against is your own ability to produce content like on a regular basis, because it's obviously not a job for you at that point when you have 2,000 subscribers. It's more, it could be a hobby, or it could be something that you're aspiring to eventually do professionally. And so finding the time, making the time to upload consistently, to actually take a real stab at it, because it's easy to become sidetracked and say, well, this is not working, but every single channel, no matter how big it is now, at one point in time had 2,000 subscribers. And I really think one of the differentiating factors between the ones that stay there and the ones that don't is the motivation to keep doing it. And also to meet audience expectations, because there's so much selection, so many things that an audience member can choose to watch. And if they come to you for videos, and if they enjoy your videos, and then you don't publish for another month because, I don't know, you didn't feel like it, it's going to be difficult to reel them back in afterwards. So my suggestion is, if you're going to do it, and if you actually aspire to do it professionally, then invest as much effort into it as you possibly can.
So here's a question. This is from me. So how do you keep yourself motivated? I'm pretty sure that there should be some time or the other where you don't feel like shooting, right? Yeah. Somewhere down that 6 years.
For sure. So one of the big things for me and for us, because there's a few of us now, like there's a team of people that helps me out. One of the biggest things is like removing the friction between making a video or not making a video. And in the early days, I would have a lot of setup. involved, where it would be like, I would be converting a room to shoot in, or I'm going to set up the tripod over here, and then I'm going to check the sound, and so on. And so there were a lot of steps involved. And when I transitioned to having a dedicated space, a place where I could just come in, one switch, turned on everything, the lights, the camera, the action, turned me on too. You know what I'm saying there? I don't mean it in that way, though. All right, so, but yeah, so eliminating the friction around making a video, it makes the entire process more inviting. And so for me now, I sit down, and it's an organic experience. It's honestly just like opening up any new package like you would that you order from Amazon. That's the essence that I want to get to. I want to have the same interaction with the product that a normal person, a regular customer would have. I want to put myself in that frame of mind. And so that remains exciting to me. Most of the time there's some package sitting on there. I want to get in there. I want to see what that's about. And I think the other pieces, like I mentioned, they detract from that emotion. So if you just have a stack of products sitting on your desk and you stare at them every day, and it's like maybe tomorrow, you're losing the excitement. And so it's been putting in measures to avoid that from happening.
Okay, here's a good one. Why you people don't give micro SD slot in Oneplus series?
Oh. Well, I can't answer that specifically, but I would suggest that it probably has something to do with that it has 128 gigabytes of storage already. So there's a lot of storage in there, and then of course a lot of people are gravitating towards cloud-based storage, also Google Drive and products like that, Dropbox and so on. So they're obviously taking that approach. Again, with this particular device, I think it's important to remember the price point that it's coming in at, and recognizing that decisions have to be made that are in line with what most people are kind of looking for.
Yeah, even from an Indian perspective right now, with the kind of data services we've been having, especially since Jio's come about, a lot of people I know have been moving on to streaming from storing songs or even videos on their phones.
Right.
So 128 gigs seems all right, right?
Yeah, I think it's enough for most people.
Okay. What are your thoughts on India's contribution to YouTube?
Wow is what I have to say about that, because I've been amazed in my own personal circumstance to see India continue to increase in the demographics of my viewership. So it's now number 2. I mentioned this yesterday at the previous event. It's now number 2 on the list, and it happened in such a short period of time that this kind of this passion for tech has been growing over here. And so there's guys like you that are responsible for it, and many others that are creating content that are getting people into tech, and then hopefully maybe eventually they end up on my channel, and it just breeds more enthusiasm. But there's certainly something about the culture here that has an appetite for tech unlike anywhere else that I've ever been, including where I'm from. Like, the people here really seem to get it.
All right. Would you, hang on, that got deleted. Is there a vlog coming out on your tour to India?
Yes, yeah, we've been shooting some footage. I've been shooting some of my own footage. There's been a crew, actually. Shout out to the crew who they've been following me around as well. I can't shake this guy over here. Wherever I go, he's on my tail. But that's good. That's really good, because it means that you get, sometimes if it's just you shooting, you're really picking and choosing what you're gonna cover. When you have a group around you that's kind of capturing the experience, there's certain things that end up happening spontaneously that you might not have prepared for. And that's what ends up being the cool part of the experience. So there's tons of footage. A video will be coming out. You should definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you're going to see what it's like to have your very first experience in India and basically say no to nothing. Because that's what I've been doing. So a person puts food in front of me, I say yes. They say, let's go take a walk down to this landmark. I say yes, let's go. So I've been saying yes to a lot of things, and it's paid off.
Great. How do you see the Indian tech reviewing scenario?
I mean, I don't know what they mean specifically. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Have you seen tech review videos from Indian tech?
Yeah, so I've started watching them recently. there's certainly a difference. I'm not sure that there's an Indian tech YouTube version of me, like how I present. But again, I think that has to do with the appetite of the audience. I think the audience here is especially into the technical side and into the sort of informational aspect of this content. And so the stuff that I've seen has been really densely packed with information. And I think that makes a lot of sense for this audience.
Did you like it?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No. It was the McDonald's, Indian McDonald's from earlier. No. I absolutely. I really feel like I need to invest more time. There are so many good YouTube channels now. It's really a win-win for everyone, because whoever it is that you gravitate towards and you like to watch, and whoever's personality it is that seems to get through to you specifically, there's someone out there for everyone to watch, including you.
Okay, so we are live.
Yeah.
And so that means you're not going to go on and subscribe to C4ETech. I mean, I just needed to put that out there, right?
Absolutely. I am the latest subscriber right here. You're looking at him.
Awesome. Will you ever do stand-up comedy?
I have not planned on it. It sounds like something that would be fun to try, but I have no expectation of switching careers.
I'd like to watch that. That would be fun. What is your opinion that OnePlus should give in their upcoming OnePlus 6?
Ooh. They should work with me, first of all, exclusively. Never mind the Star Wars limited edition. It's got to be the UnboxTherapy edition next, all right? You know, yesterday at the event, a fan asked me to sign his phone. He bought this version, and he wanted me to sign the back of it with a marker. And I was like, are you sure you want me to do this right now? Like, this is your brand new phone. It looks so perfect, and you want me to put a marker on it? But he convinced me. He said, yes, absolutely. So I ended up doing it. But it is a cool thing to think about. Like, if you could design your own smartphone, like if you could just create a list of what that would look like and what you would put into it.
So what would you put into it if you were to do it?
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that I've been playing around with recently or noticing in smartphone videos is the speakers. Like, I've been paying more attention to that for some reason. I'm kind of into audio myself. If for anybody who's familiar with my channel, I've done a bunch of videos on Bluetooth speakers. So I might pay a little attention to the speaker department and see what I could develop in there. You know, maybe a little more volume could be cool. Yeah. Stereo speakers could be cool. I've been hearing lately about some technology that allows you to tap multiple phones together to create a sort of
stereo effect,
a sort of net music effect. That would be a cool thing to see if it.
Cool. Are you visiting the Taj Mahal?
Oh man, this has been debated. But myself and a group of people that's with me, everyone we have talked to, and the viewers here, they can probably attest to this, has said that the Taj Mahal is amazing. They say, I have to go. Absolutely. It's incredible. I won't believe it. Everyone's super enthusiastic about it. The problem is, it is far. It is far. I have a relatively short trip, so I'd have to fly to Delhi, and then is it 4 hours in the car from there? 3? 3 or 4? It's somewhere around there. Have you been there before?
I haven't.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, you're the real problem. They should be asking you this question, not me. But anyway, I mean, it's obviously it's one of the wonders of the world. So it's definitely worth seeing. If I can't fit it in this trip, definitely next trip. Because I also didn't get a chance to go to Delhi, and I understand Delhi has a bunch of other tech YouTubers as well who want to collaborate and so on. So I probably would hit that city next time around. This trip has just been Mumbai and now Bangalore, and that's a lot to kind of experience on its own.
Okay. What to do when videos don't get views? How to stay focused on YouTube?
Yeah, that's kind of like that question from earlier. I think it's important to pay attention to what's working on your channel. So if you notice a particular category or style of video that performs really well, I don't think you should ignore that. So when it comes to view count, for example, a lot of what I choose to continue making is informed by the previous stuff that people have liked. And so I pay attention to sort of what happens to it after it's been published and just what people's interaction is with it. Like how many people clicked on it, were they talking, what was the effect of it? And so I've had a lot of success in just kind of finding out what those points are and then continuing to publish stuff in that same territory.
Okay. So what's the secret to your success? If you were to say one thing, just pick one.
Wow. I mean, that's hard to, I don't know that there is a secret, to be honest. I know for me it's always been important to make sure that I'm enjoying doing it, you know? I feel like if I'm enjoying myself on camera, there's a greater likelihood that the people on the other end of the lens are going to enjoy it as well. And so it's surprising to me that, like, you know, sometimes I'll navigate around YouTube and it does seem at times that people are making content and maybe they're not enjoying doing it all that much. Okay. They're just kind of going through the motions or they're not all that enthusiastic about it. I think it's really important to pick a topic that you are genuinely enthusiastic about, that you really are passionate about, because then it becomes really easy to bring. Listen, every person is unique, right? And every person is motivated about certain things. And so I think if you put out that uniqueness, if you put that on camera as best you can, then there is no substitute for that. But if all I did was get on camera and just like read off of a sheet, well, there's plenty of substitutes for that.
Fair enough. Have you tried Indian alcohol?
Yeah, I've had Bira, the blonde, as well as the Bira white. I've also had some Indian whiskey. I can't remember the brand name right now. Do you know the brand name of Indian whiskeys?
I don't drink.
Oh, you don't drink? Okay.
Yes.
Anyhow, I've enjoyed all of it so far.
Cool. What's your current daily driver, and which phone was the phone of the year according to you?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm currently using the Oneplus 5T. And before that, I was using the iPhone 10 for about two and a half weeks. One of the things about being, making these kinds of videos consistently is you end up trying pretty much every phone for extended periods of time. Before that, I was using the Pixel. I think it's really hard to pin down a phone of the year, especially when you're dealing with different price points and you're dealing with different release cycles. So you could look at some devices like, take for example the Galaxy S8. Well, when it launched, it had a certain price. You could evaluate what the value for money was at that price, and then the price comes down over the course of the year because their device comes out early. But that said, I think there are benefits and drawbacks to almost any device, and I'll come back to what I said earlier, that the best is likely the one that serves your purpose the most.
Okay. Please take off your hat once. Yay.
I used to wear it backwards all the time, like this. People remember videos where it was backwards. I'm doing it backwards from now on for the rest of this video.
Okay, and I guess that's it.
Oh, that's it. We did it.
We got.
Cool.
So, Star Wars Limited Edition is on sale right now. You guys can pick one up if you're interested. It's a cool phone.
Definitely. You can come down here, too, if you're in or near Bangalore. You can come to the OnePlus Experience store, and you can actually check it out for yourself. So I definitely encourage you to do so.
And subscribe to C4ETech.
Oh, yeah, and UnboxTherapy, too. You almost left me out there.
I didn't. I thought.
India, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
You guys have a great day.